Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Our group will present about our group assignment, and I am Angelina Stina Anak Tan with metric number of 77831. I will present about our task 1, which is about which computing device is suitable. My team has decided to choose a tablet as the choice for the scheme. The table 1 in our report shows that the specifications required for a computing device. Qualcomm is a good chipset for computing because it is good at memory management, it is able to handle heavy applications and use lesser power consumption. In efficiency-wise, the new Cairo CPU has been improved to 20% more powerful while 30% more power efficient, and the performance of the Adreno GPU has been improved to 30% and 25% more power efficient compared to the previously chipsets. Besides that, a tablet is more portable than desktops and laptops because of its small screen size, which can fit easily in a bag. A tablet is a lightweight device. It is much easier to carry around without any difficulties. However, the maintenance of the tablet is self-manageable only if you know how to do it. To compare it with desktops and laptops, these two devices are actually not that difficult to maintain because some of the parts are configurable and you can replace the damaged components with a new one. As for the cost between these three devices, a tablet is more affordable than a laptop and desktop because of its simpler structure. Meanwhile, laptops and desktops are more costly because of its greater number of components, making it a complex structure. I will pass this presentation to our next presenter, which will present about our task 2. Thank you.
Lenovo ThinkPad Pro has a 11.5-inch OLED HDR screen. It has 4-cm narrow width slide which enhances the experience of watching video. OLED displays provide a wide variety of color which is significantly better than most LCD displays. The CPU of Lenovo ThinkPad Pro is octa-core, which is 4 times 2.0 GHz Cairo 260 Gold and 4 times 1.8 GHz Cairo 260 Silver. It has powerful performance, dynamic camera capabilities, and both connectivity options like LTE and Wi-Fi 6 ready. This making it ideal for IoT applications in the industrial and commercial sector and can be done more smoothly and with less lag. So the GPU is Adreno 610, which is in charge of dealing with graphics and has 122 ALU operating at 750 MHz. It can run most Android games like PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile flawlessly, and the performance is excellent. Besides that, it comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB expandable storage up to 1TB. 6GB of RAM should be enough for most normal users, and it's usually a good starting point for basic course, multitask, and even gaming. Moreover, it has a lithium polymer 8600 mAh battery with 20-watt fast charging and quick charge 3.0. So this tablet has a dual camera with 13 megapixel for wide and 5 megapixel for ultra wide. So the front camera is an 8 megapixel plus 8 megapixel IR TOF 3D. It also includes Bluetooth version 5 and USB Type-C 3.1, USB on the go, a magnetic connector, side mount fingerprint, and other. So the cost of the Lenovo ThinkPad Pro is 740 ringgit Malaysia.
A very good morning to our lecturer, Mr. Lau Seping, and everyone. My name is Rachel Marvin Wan, and today I'll be explaining the first part of our group's task 3, which is the accomplishment in our choice of device, which is the Lenovo ThinkPad Pro. For office task work, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint are apps that is very important for document preparations, presentations, and any other office task related. This also applies to students who are in need to do their assignments that has been set by lecturers. Thus, with the specifications that has been provided by our member earlier, in our choice of device. It will not be a problem to run Microsoft Word that requires 73 megabytes memory, Microsoft Excel with 68 megabytes memory, and other huge Office task apps, since the memory is enough to withstand such application weight along with saving and writing documents. As for web browsing, as we all know, most web browsing apps such as Google requires large memory for the search engine to be fast and less time consuming for its users. Therefore, Lenovo ThinkPad Pro will not have the problem thanks to its large memory, which will not make the app crash in the middle of running. However, if you want to have an app that does not consume too much storage and the search engine can be as fast as Google, Brave Private Web Browser is the best that I recommend. So the memory required to download this app, which is the Brave Private Web Browser, is only 82 megabytes. And what makes it different is that it does not consume too much memory, and also watching any stream sites that will be easier, as it has a feature where it can block any ads that may be harmful in the device. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.
My name is Angeline and I'm going to continue the task 3, which is for programming. Students who want to learn basic codings or improve their coding skill, then they can use tablet. One of the online compiler app in the tablet that can be used is Coda. Coda is suitable for coding in the tablet because it does not consume any large memory. The second one is for video and audio editing. CapCut is the most popular among all video editing apps. It is almost similar to the features available in every video editing software. The minimum required for this app for the tablet is 4 GB RAM. It can save more videos and audios and files in the tablet since the tablets provide large storage. Lastly is for playing games. The minimum requirement for better gaming in the tablet is 2 GB of RAM, which is compatible for gaming. This tablet contains Qualcomm Yo-Cairo CPU and GPU Adreno that can speed up for the gaming.
Comments and suggestions. Generally speaking, loan scheme is a good way to ensure the device is properly taken care of and it is put to good use by the end of the usage. However, this scheme can be seen negatively as the government's reluctance to donate a device for a family in its general usage, especially in these trying times. So, what I think is, the government need to let the students keep the device as a reward upon graduating. Graduates can also utilize it for job hunting and interviews until they can afford a new device. This can be seen as the new purposes of the parenthesis given by the government, and also can broaden the usage of the device provided and not limiting it to a studying purpose only, when it can help the students until they can afford a new device. Second point is, the government need to implement a grade-based system for selecting suitable students who can keep the device. For example, students whose grade is failing need to return the device at the end of the semester and can reapply Prancisiswa if the next semester's grade is promising. This is based on the merit system that has been implemented in various schools. By this, they will be motivated enough to be diligent in their studies. So, some comments here. The conditions are still adequate to be used in the scheme. However, it needs to be adjusted to be more flexible for the students. Personally for me, what I recommended for the parenthesis was scheme is more beneficial and more logical. Giving out the device has more benefits and pros. The pros outweighs the cons. So I think it is more logical to provide the usage of the parenthesiswa outside the general purposes of studying. That is all from me.